though.
No, you know what? It's better to make other people's wife mad on purpose.
Yeah, that's
something that Will and I have a lot of experience with, especially.
Indeed, yeah. Making my wife mad on purpose is just a terrible idea.
What will happen?
I'll have a bad day.
Oh, okay.
To be completely honest.
Honestly,
Like,
you having a bad day, not worried about that.
yeah,
my
I have
day,
a lot of bad days.
my day's going to be
still.
way better. I make fun of your wife, make her mad. It's just it's the little bit of whipped cream on top of the sundae for me to know that it ruins your day.
All of the coaxial and HDMI cables from your house and like make it to where your wife can't play any video games for a month.
Oh my god, that'd be the worst actual thing
I'll
you
show
could do
up
to him.
and Every time
That's
you
some
order
shit
some shit from
for
Amazon, I'll
like a
show up
week.
and steal it out of your mail. So you just can't. You have all of your video games, all your consoles, all your controllers, but cannot feed them into any kind of monitor.
This sounds so much like living in the hood in Chicago. Like what you're basically saying is, I'll make you live in the hood. Like people will steal your mail, break into your house, steal cables. You know, like you can't have shit in Chicago.
Your wife will have zero distractions. You will have absolutely nothing to do but talk to her.
No, you know what the worst part is not because like Kira, you got this all wrong. Kira doesn't even want to talk to him the whole time.
Oh
It'll
no,
be,
she doesn't. That's why I'm gonna.
I can't get. We don't have the right cable, Patrick. Patrick, go to the store and get the right cable.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes, that would be what it was like.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm gonna do is every time you get a cable, I'm going to secretly steal it from you, remove the like outer rubber like casing,
Okay.
clip the cable, put it back together seamlessly, but leave it clipped so that you
doesn't
can't
work.
see that the cable is disconnected under the skin, basically.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
So
I like
yeah,
that.
even when you do get a cable in here, nothing connects to the TV.
And sometimes he's gonna get a cable and make it look like a cat like bit through it.
Yes,
So
of
that way,
course.
like it creates division in the household.
Patrick, did you get that new cable? Yeah, it came in the mail. It's out in the mailbox. Well, will you go get it? Can we have sex if I go get it? No. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go get it.
Sounds right.
Yeah,
this
that's
is what would
about-
happen even if I didn't do all this.
Yeah.
stuff.
Also, it's just what would. That wasn't even like specifically that situation. That's every marriage.
That's just how that.
That's just how
that
marriage
question
works.
is answered.
Yes,
you know.
of course.
We have sex after I do that? No.
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
Sorry, I ate already today. We can't have sex. You know.
Sorry, I woke up today.
Yeah.
No sex today.
Yeah, no sex. I watched 28 Years Later.
Oh, how was it?
Nothing like either of the other movies.
Is it
I mean,
exciting?
Is that the fourth or the third movie?
The third. It's the third.
Because I wasn't sure. I
thought-
remember there was like a.
Yeah, because
Is the first one 28 days later?
28
Yes.
days later.
That's 28 weeks later.
28 weeks,
And
and
I
then
thought there
it
was a 28
skips.
months
No.
later.
No,
It
it just goes
skips
straight to
months.
years.
Huh,
They
okay.
skip the months.
Yeah.
I remembered in the second movie that everything was just dying of starvation.
Also,
after
I
you,
feel like it's
quarantine
28
it for a
weeks
bit.
later is the first one. 28 weeks later, then 28 months later.
No.
Is that it?
They're not a
28
I'm
28
fairly
days
certain
later.
it's 28 days
Is it?
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a very short period of time. It's like the least amount of days you can have in a month. So
It was
I feel like that was the idea: is the shortest possible month, everything goes to hell.
it was about a little kid. Like
No.
the
I
yeah,
was about to say no, it wasn't. It was
Yes,
about
it was,
like
actually.
a 20-year-old man.
what?
Like I was thinking of the first movie.
you think that
You're good now.
that my favorite hot man in Hollywood,
Cash Patel.
Kash Patel, is what am I arguing that he is?
Hot.
Oh, ew.
man,
Absolute
hot.
Kash Patel. Right.
That's your argument.
Okay. Yes, Kash Patel, the new
hottest
director
person
of
on the internet, Frogan, your favorite person.
Kash Patel, the Indian director of the FBI. As we all know, Indian men are extremely attractive and smell very good.
Excuse me. He's
And
American.
Famously.
He's American. Thank you.
Not with the last name Patel.
He's American. How is he American?
He at least smells
He's
Indian.
born in America. Wait, what? He's born in America. But he's
No,
brown. He's born in America. Yeah, but he's brown.
To be fair,
It's
Patel is
illegal.
kind of like Singh. It's one of those names where like they all have that name after they move to a different country.
Does he know we're talking about that at all? Does he know that we're? I don't think he got the script. I think that like he had a problem. Hold on. In the mail, someone kept stealing his mail. I think someone just like ate his cables. Hold on. Let me look through though.
What you guys doing over there?
There's an extra. There's a third script in there. I didn't give it to him. Oh shit.
Let's just improv.
Okay.
Did we get that Bad Dragon sponsorship?
No, we're working on that.
Yeah,
one
we're working
still.
on that one still.
Okay.
So, in today's world,
Welcome to AnythingCast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
And Cash Patel is the hottest man who's ever lived.
Do you
even though he's
agree?
Indian.
Right next to Frogan, also being the hottest man who ever lived.
Why is that? Was that like an orc from World of
Who's
Warcraft? What is that?
Frogan? What's
Okay.
Frogan?
Frogan sounds like Freerin, but it's about an orc instead. So
So
you think about
imagine Freerin, but more frog-like.
it. Okay. Oh, is he the frog therapy guy?
No, that's gecko therapy.
Oh.
I do like that guy, though.
Sorry, it was
He's
the
nice.
UK, Australia, Canada who is recognizing Palestine.
Okay. So they're going to start killing the Jews to fight back? Like, what's the next step here? Do we start, they start
Heil
bombing?
Palestine.
Heil Palestine?
Heil
Yeah.
Palestine.
Okay. What's the Palestinian word for Führer? Also, who's going to be the Führer? Who gets to be the Palestinian, Führer?
They've already they have a guy.
Cash
They
Patel?
call him the Trumby.
I don't know
okay.
his name.
They should let Cash Patel do it. He looks like, he looks
hates Jews
perfect.
enough. He can do it.
Yeah, he looks perfect for that job. That's absolutely what he. Patrick, put up a picture of Cash Patel.
Have you guys been hearing
Ooh,
this?
now
rumor?
That's a man right
And
there.
I
Now
don't-
wrap his head in one of those towel things.
Now put up a picture of Frogan. Now make them keys.
I have no idea if this is true, but I've heard that some people who've been like buying stuff from like, say you get like a motorcycle from Canada, right?
Right.
You also get a separate bill in the mail called a tariff bill, like a tariff bill.
Right.
Have you guys heard of this?
I have, yes.
I have not. No.
It's if you buy something from like another country, they'll send you a separate bill showing like how much you paid on tariffs for the object. I don't think it's a bill. It's more of like a receipt. It's like a tariff receipt where it shows like how much you paid additionally for the thing coming out of the country.
Oh.
I
Okay.
think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
It's not like a bill you owe.
No, it's not a bill that you owe. But I mean, you're talking to me though. I'm the guy who thought groypers were people that do what the Jews want, like a couple
It's
episodes
not what
ago.
that meant.
No, it was way off. Way off.
Yep.
If anything,
Quite the opposite.
probably the exact opposite.
But
Kinda.
weirdly also the same.
Yeah, but I mean, Nick Fuentes is coming on the show next week, so
I don't know. I
Gotta-
kind of feel like saying the Jews and then saying something they believe is always going to be wrong because there's Jews on like every side of the fucking political
I thought you were going to say
spectrum
because they
these
flip
days.
flop depending on what they need.
Well,
for
Yeah,
the
depending
what
on
you
who's
should be
least
saying
likely
is
to
the
shoot at them in
Zionists.
Israel.
Yeah,
It's not the Jews that are the problem, it's the Zionists that are the problem.
I never said the Jews were the
I'm
problem.
not talking about you.
but-
I'm talking about-
okay.
He's not talking to you, Eric. He's not. Yeah. If there's one person on this podcast he's not talking to, it's you, man. I think we
Yeah.
all know who he's talking to.
I
I'm
was
talking
just
about the
saying-
one person who's been race baiting for the last 2 episodes.
Nikki.
Who?
Nikki.
Your
My
wife.
Yeah.
wife, always race baiting
All the
people.
time.
Yep.
I should call her and be like, stop race baiting. She'd be like, what? Stop. Just hang up. She'd love that. That would make her so happy.
I don't think you'd make her too mad.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's up there with calling Will's mom.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a good bit.
Yeah. That's always a classic. I love that. I got to talk to his sister one time, and
Right.
she's
Anytime you pull out
Gross.
like we could smell her still.
yeah, I know.
Just from the
Look,
phone call, we
I can smell her off of him.
Just because she lives by the sea next to the dump.
She smells like salt and
Yeah, okay.
sewage.
She
to
can
the
make
waste,
whatever
you know,
excuse she
dumps.
wants for that tuna smell, but like we all know it has nothing to do with the fucking ocean, dude.
Look,
Yeah,
she lives
that's
next
true.
to where the corporations dump off their waste. Can't help it.
She eating it? Why is she down there?
What?
Yeah, like where they they
she's-
dump their
Cheap
waste.
housing.
yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay.
like a whatchamacallit, the
A cat woman.
No, what's that? She's like a tilapia.
Don't call.
Oh, okay.
Don't
They
call
just
my
live
nephew
in like
that.
sewage.
The
and-
cat woman?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, last time I saw her get a cat like burped into their face and she like resuscitated or whatever.
Yeah.
So
She does
I
work at the
assumed,
vet. Yeah.
I assumed that makes you a cat woman. That's what happened.
She helps the vets by like bringing them cats that she finds in the waste.
As someone who's
that
worked
she-
in
you know-
animal care, that is not actually a helpful person who
The-
goes
the-
out and
the-
finds
the-
cats
the-
and brings them in constantly.
The one, she finds them in need, and
Well,
she
they're
brings
dead.
them in.
They're dead when she brings them. By the time they're there.
And usually
It's
she
really more
only,
of a
she only
disposal.
eats about half of them. So.
Yes. But you know what? Good point. Good
Just
point.
imagine working at a veterinary clinic and some crazy homeless person keeps bringing you half-eaten cats.
Half-eaten dead cats.
Be like, can you help this cat?
They've obviously
No!
they've obviously done that thing where you put like a fish on a stick next to a fire, just like flipped it over a few times.
Half roasted.
Yeah, exactly.
Half eaten cat.
Yeah.
It's not even skinned.
Yeah, but
Still
28 years
half
later was fucking weird. It's about a kid and his mom has
Eating cats?
his mom has like well actually yes, near the end of the movie. But yeah,
I don't think you're allowed to show that with a kid and his mom.
yeah, well, I was gonna say you don't want to say cat. We have to use the word cat because we're on YouTube. We're also on Odyssey now. If you want to go watch this on Odyssey. Yes, yeah.
I see
Mom's
what you're
cat.
getting at now.
Yes, exactly. His mom has like a mental disorder where she gets confused.
Means she can be easily convinced.
Yeah,
of
I was gonna
things,
say
huh?
it really helps him with the eating part.
Yeah.
But she's like she's got
Like,
something.
no, it's a lollipop. You just have to keep sucking till you get.
She
to
thinks
the,
that he's her dad all the time, which also really plays into it. There's a lot of
some
subtext.
mommy daddy play.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm loving it.
It's a between
I think
a
I've
mother
seen
and
this
son
movie. It just wasn't called 28 Years Later.
Yeah, I think I saw the
Wait,
trailer.
no, it was called something about like 28 years later.
28
like,
years or
yeah,
28
something.
days or 28 years
My
old.
20-year-old son.
Yes.
Something.
But the issue here is what we watched.
I think the biggest
what we
difference was
watched
the beginning where you heard like a sound effect in the beginning. Patrick, could you like recreate the sound effect?
The sound effect from the beginning is like.
Oh, that's
28
disturbing
days.
to hear.
Like it was 28 days.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Follow through,
also the one that we watched, I think was like shorter. That must have been like the trailer or something
Yeah.
because
If I had to guess,
yeah.
I mean,
the
If you call-
the production couldn't even afford costumes for any
you call
of the characters.
10 minutes a trailer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I do. I mean,
More like a
it's,
preview.
it's a red band trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
You get like a whole scene and a half in it. you
Yeah.
know?
You know what's weird is that movie goes and does some weird shit. Like the whole thing is he like escapes from his village with his mentally ill mom. And
Yeah,
he's
I
trying to
remember the
take her to a
part-
doctor.
It always cuts off near the end when the son says he's coming somewhere.
Yes,
I don't know
he's
where he's going to
yeah.
come to, but
She says like out inside, I think, which I think is a reference to that game, the black and white one.
I always kept thinking it was about vampires because like you have to invite them inside. And she's just like,
okay,
come
yeah,
inside,
yeah.
come
Yeah.
inside, And I'm just like, I never see the vampire.
There's
though.
something
I feel
about,
like there's
like-
a scene I'm missing.
There's something about being wet, which implies like, vampires can't cross running water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I always thought that had something to do with it, but I never was super clear on
They're
it.
making a sequel to this movie, which in this case they didn't even like. How 28 Days Later like kind of ends, and you could just not make a sequel to that.
Yeah.
And this one is like, okay, well you have to. Like otherwise, like, what did you even make the movie for? There's a zombie lady who gives birth to a baby
Oh, gross.
in the movie, and you get to see some fucking. It's
You
pretty
see
visceral.
See some
It's a
stuff.
zombie
yeah,
baby?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You
Is
get to
it what?
watch it
Is
come
it a
out.
zombie baby?
No, which is the weird part. And they're like, oh, it must have been the placenta, like the blood-brain barrier.
In that particular universe, it's rabies, right?
Yeah, it's like a rabies virus.
Yeah, that would absolutely infect the child.
Of course, 100%. So it's just like, but the doctor is like, I had figured such might be possible. And they introduce alphas
Is it
into the setting where like, which
get
are like,
alpha rabies?
yeah,
Like
they have
alpha
like,
zombies that herd the rest. or
yes,
something?
exactly. And they like take
Oh,
like
that's
12
kinda
arrows to
lame.
put down. Yeah, I know, it's so weird.
It's kind of lame.
Like
Not gonna lie.
they're intelligent enough to like send zombies to like do maneuvers and shit.
Wait, also, aren't the rage zombies like after they get infected, it's just like you
Okay.
get like 48 hours to 2 weeks
Time
and
out.
then they
Everybody,
just die, don't they?
Time out.
No,
out.
they starve to death.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is it just
like
me, or
48
are
hours to
zombies
2
just
weeks.
becoming orcs?
That's a good
Or
point.
orcs always zombies?
If you put an axe in the hand of the alphas in this show, you definitely end up getting an orc. I thought the guy playing the alpha was Jason Momoa for the first little bit. Like it's just a big dude, and like one of the characters is like, oh, it takes 12 shots from an arrow to take him down. That kind
Clearly
of shit.
your aim is shit, but whatever.
No, these guys are good at fucking shit. That's one of the, like the benefits of the movie is like you get to see some cool ass archery.
Like
But-
the 12th arrow is just the only one that actually hit the vital spot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like you just, if you hit him in the correct spot, if you hit where the 12th arrow hit on the first hit, you're saying they wouldn't have gone down?
I think so.
No, in fact, it's that Robin Hood thing where they hit it in the exact same spot 12 times.
Yeah, and it pushes the
that's-
arrow out the back.
Gotcha. Like Dante and Devil May Cry 4.
Yes,
But this time it's like the Walmart arrow. So like every time it hits, it's how Walmart arrows have that like circular bit like near the head.
Oh, you mean like okay?
It's
yes.
like hitting that bit and driving it in further and further and further.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the arrows are like this big, so that it takes a little bit of time.
Okay, well,
to
if
get
that's what they're doing, then yeah, he's just having to crack through a hard shell, I guess.
I did
But-
like that at one point they just used morphine and fucking xylazine trank.
on the zombies.
Yeah, on the zombie. On the alpha. That's like how they get away is the doctor's like, yeah, it's morphine and xylazine. He ain't going nowhere for a second. And the zombie's just like, fucking god damn.
And they did not take this moment to cave its skull in.
No, because like the doctor
'Cause
has some
dramatic
appreciation.
Hippocratic oath.
Yeah, I was
Eric.
gonna say it's like Hippocratic oath. The doctor has like some appreciation for death and life to like an extreme degree.
Okay, if you have any kind of appreciation for that shit, you put the damn man down. That is not okay.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like
Well,
believe that
here
he's.
I'm learning that Eric would have been just up there with the Civil War doctors
Absolutely.
of, wow, what's that? You went through a greenbrier bush.
There were a
Gotta
couple
amputate.
of there were a couple other doctors in the 40s
Time-
that Eric kind of represents as well, like some very, let's call it European doctors from the 40s that Eric
Yeah.
is very much alike.
Okay, well,
yeah.
riddle me this, Will. Okay, rabies in its current form that we understand it, if you get it, you just die. There is no way to survive rabies.
Eric,
You
I
can
hate
get
to be
the vaccine like right after you get bit, and then you can survive.
Look at him trying to
but
like apply real
if it
world
settles
logic
in,
fiction.
you're dead. Now, if rabies then were to act the same way, except instead of immediate onset death from your liquids boiling inside your own body, you instead turn into a boiling mad rage zombie that will infect and kill anyone else in your area. Yes, I'm putting you down.
Nah, he's
Eric,
smart.
I hate to call you ignorant, unread,
It's
Keep
okay.
going. You can do this. Go on.
somebody
keep
with
going.
no library card.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Everyone dies.
No library
Yeah,
having
yeah.
ass.
Okay,
No-
it's okay.
no
you're
library
a
card having
communist.
ass.
I expect these very poor arguing
He's big
points.
on he's big on libraries as a communist. As a communist, that's a,
we
that's
keep
a social
arguing. I need
service.
to be careful. He might shoot me in the neck.
Of course. Absolutely. The
Actually, apparently, officials came out and they were like, "Yeah, we can't find any left-wing connections."
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
not.
you know
Yeah.
what? He's a
It's like,
perfectly
yeah.
neutral human being who had no thoughts or actions. He's not associated with anyone. He was born that day, in fact.
He just seems to be
Um,
like
with
he's
the way with the
never-
way everyone keeps going on about it, I believe it.
he seems to just be some
Mhm.
kid who was rebelling against his like right wing upbringing.
yeah.
So like if you want to call that leftism,
A little
I
old
guess.
for being in teenage rebellion form, but
I don't
whatever.
know. I mean, he was how old was he? 20?
20.
20? Okay.
But he's
So,
still a
yeah.
college kid. So
He's still a
like,
college kid. I mean, I was very rebellious.
He's a
as 20-year-old.
retard, sure, but
Yeah.
whatever. He's got to impress his trans girlfriend.
No, wait, he was,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
he dropped out of college, didn't he?
by
I
being
think so.
like,
He's like dating some trans girl. And
I'll
then-
shoot all the people say mean things about you, baby.
The real weird thing is like the okay.
He's
do
an
you con-
unhinged sociopath. I'm
Yeah, he's
not
just like an
really-
internet
don't really
guy.
care.
Like he's not a fucking like.
Normal people don't do that. He probably wasn't a cool friend. He probably wasn't a good guy.
He's probably a cool
um,
friend.
No, he
Any
wasn't.
guy who would shoot like a political commentator is a pretty cool friend.
Yeah, I mean, like Eric.
You get to say that my friend shot a guy.
okay,
Like that's
Eric,
sick.
let's say someone shot the one person you'd want dead.
Nikki. Let's say somebody shot Nikki. And
Hey, what if Patrick shot Nick?
yeah, if Patrick,
wouldn't he be
yeah,
a good
exactly.
friend?
See, like that's you could use that in so many situations. People would be scared of me.
I'd feed his entrails to my dogs, but whatever. I mean,
well,
you
it
know.
would be, it's just one of those
What?
situations
No,
where
okay, maybe that's too sudden. How
Okay.
about if he chooses your true political enemy? Patrick shoots George Soros.
yes, yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? Would
yeah,
you want to?
when
you wanna be
when
friends with the
consider Patrick
guy-
a friend?
Oh wait,
Patrick-
no. I got a better one. What if I shot Stephen Colbert, and then it
my
would be,
mortal enemy.
exactly. Yes, yeah, exactly.
Stephen
Or
Colbert.
what if Patrick just got a hand on your list of enemies and took out
It's long list
Yeah.
of enemies.
and took
I
out
do
Al
make-
Gore?
I
Yes,
make
Al
nothing but
Gore.
enemies.
Let me see.
Steve Irwin, Al Gore.
Hold on, I'm gonna look through them. I'm gonna
Steve
look through this.
Urkel.
Steve Urkel. Yeah, no, that
Okay,
guy.
we've got,
me and
uh,
him. We are not cool.
Yeah, we've got Urkel, Al
Um,
Gore, Steve
Irwin.
Steve Irwin, George Bush Sr. He's already
And
gone.
that's not past tense. I am currently beefing with the ghost of Steve Irwin.
Okay,
Just to be
uh,
clear, some people might try and call foul on that. No, he is in the room with us right now.
Jimmy Carter. Why is he on here?
He knows why he's on there.
Okay.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, Stephen Colbert again.
He's on there 3 or 4.
Stephen
Avril
Miller.
Lavigne.
Mm-hmm.
Zendaya. What did Zendaya ever do to you?
You seeing this?
Tom
Hold
Holland
on.
is mine. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
And that bitch needs to step off.
Curiosity.
Okay.
Ooh, Hillary Clinton.
No, well, that's obvious.
That's that. Yeah, like she's on all of our lists.
Curiosity.
After what she did to me.
Why
In high
why
school.
is Epstein not on your enemies list? I just don't see the name Epstein on your enemy list.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
not
who
on
you're
here.
talking about.
It's not.
It's not even marked out like some of these are. I'm looking through all the like crossed out ones. It's not on here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people I don't know and have never heard of on that aren't on that list.
Well, that's funny because he'd seem to know you.
Yeah. Also, I've got like.
A lot of people know me. It's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was looking through your phone earlier. You let me use it to text Kira, and there was like a text that said like it just said Mr. Epstein. I didn't read the text, and I don't want to be rude, but
I don't remember everything I text.
okay.
Yeah, I type out a lot of text messages. I just copy names onto things, say, thank you for your service or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like a
Doesn't
mailing
matter.
list.
Did you ever
Yeah. Literally anyone could get that message if they
This is like a
spend
subpoena.
$5 on a
This
wristband.
is like who's been subpoenaed.
Yeah.
You spend $5 on a wristband, you get a quote unquote personalized thank you message.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's not exactly a political endorsement.
Have you seen that video of Lil Wayne where he got subpoenaed? Like it was like, I don't know, late 2000s, late aughts. And he's just sitting there and he's like, they're asking him questions, and to every single thing, he's like obviously super frustrated. He just goes, I don't recall that. Just everything. And then like and then the guy asks him a question at one point, and then he looks up and then he goes, do I have to answer that? Please answer the question, Mr. Wayne. And then the guy asking him questions make like a wisecrack and then ask the question again. And Lil Wayne goes, he can't save you. In the real world, he can't save you. Patrick, put up like a clip of that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you like
He
to...
can't save you, right? In the real world. That guy right there. He can't save you in the real world. Just so you know.
What does that mean?
I don't have to elaborate.
Is that...
Ask your next question,
Is
please,
that
Mr. Ross.
a threat against
No,
us?
it's not.
Mr.
No,
Ross,
sir,
can
it's
you
not.
just ask your next question, please?
He can't save you.
And what does that mean?
I was talking to myself.
That's one of the funniest
That
things I've
sounds
ever seen.
frustrating and retarded.
Oh, dude, he is obviously extremely frustrated during the video. It's just like a questioning thing where they're just trying to catch him on anything. And he just says he doesn't know about anything.
Never really liked Lil Wayne. So.
I like Lil Wayne.
I like that one thing that he did.
The only ones the drums are
Yeah, I'm just still
the one
offended
where
at
like
that
he's
other
all about
thing he
getting
did.
drunk. Shot.
Oh, Shots? That's not Lil Wayne.
Who is that?
That's Lil Jon,
That's Lil Jon.
who everyone loves.
What's
Yeah.
the difference?
One is
Lil
beloved, one's an annoying cunt.
Wayne, Lil Jon's an
that's
annoying
the long
cunt.
short.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's beloved, and Lil Jon's kind of, not that great.
Fuck
know what I
you.
mean?
I turned down for what?
Have you heard I Feel Like Dying? I'm surprised you don't like Lil Wayne, considering
Lil
like
Wayne.
some of his music is pretty good.
I dislike Lil Wayne specifically because his music is ass.
Really?
Yes.
There's some good
His
Lil Wayne
music is
songs I could
all
show
ass.
you. Canon, I
I
Feel
mean,
Like
sure,
Dying.
I'm sure if I
feel
shove
like
Most
shit,
of it is dog shit.
if I shove shit in my ears and swirl it around and then blow my brains out, I'm sure it'd be okay.
It'd be more
but
like if you ate some shit and occasionally you find a kernel of corn.
that's an acceptable way to enjoy music for you.
As long as you're not listening to the whole album. Like as long as you're picking the corn out and eating that first.
Yeah, I prefer
Then
my
you can
corn
shovel the
not
shit in your mouth.
boiled in shit.
Boiled? Who said we were going to boil it? Frying, I understand. Boiling? How would you boil shit? You put it in water
And then you boil it.
and then you boil it. What does
Yeah.
that do?
Well,
You at least
I would
want, like, a
argue
good
it
sizzle.
doesn't improve it.
Okay, wait. Imagine you enter a house.
Imagine if you will.
Imagine, if you will, entering a house.
Entering a house.
And it just smells like boiled. Like
and
you,
it
you
smells
walk in,
Exactly,
it
that's
smells
like
like
boiled
boiled shit.
feces.
Like
in this
Fried
house.
feces probably smells approximate.
If you bread it.
Nah, I bet fried
If you
feces.
bread,
What do you think
bread
smells?
it, if you bread it, yeah.
What smells worse,
'Cause
fried
then you'd be
feces
smelling
or
the
boiled
outside.
feces?
Boiled easy because like the steam is going to get everywhere. It's
God.
going to smell like shit.
I mean, kind of same
Literally.
difference. Just depends on how much other shit you put on the shit.
How much do you think it would cost?
It's all just Lil Wayne's music
To
at the end
boil
of the
shit
day,
for
though.
free.
Whether you
I was
fry
going
it-
to say to bread it. And then fry it. Like, what do you like?
how much would it cost? Well,
get
I
someone
would
to
never
eat
use
it.
that deep fryer again. So the cost of the deep fryer.
Deep fryer, not just a pot on the stove filled with oil? What are you, a fucking king?
Okay, so I guess we're just cooking things like peasants now.
What do you
All right.
have a deep fryer in your
yes,
house?
they cost like $10.
I
What are
know,
you
but
on
who
about?
buys a deep fryer when you just have
Someone
a pot
who
and
fries,
oil?
Because I just leave the oil in the deep fryer and then put the lid on it.
Aren't you
and I
supposed to
come back
not
it
do
later.
that? Isn't that like half the point? You have to
What? Why? No.
change the oil out
Every time? Hell no.
every 3 times. Like every how many
Nah,
things you
fam.
boil in fucking oil before you're like, okay,
Until it
change
turns
the oil.
black.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even know if it's black though.
I
Like
mean,
if it gets dark, I don't want anything to do with it. Much like other things that turn.
Give
that are
him
dark.
the
honestly,
black oil.
like three or four goes in, that's where you get some of the extra flavor from the food you did before.
Considering your dating life and your dating history, I understand why you might be waiting until the oil gets black. But for me, I like it to be like a light bronze.
Well, she didn't let me. That one actually didn't let me eat food. So I didn't really get a lot of chances to do.
So
that
that's
with
when
her.
it turns black. You throw it out because you're like, well, she's not gonna let. Like this is basically reminiscent of that part of my life. You're
Yeah.
you're looking down at like a pot full of black oil. You just break down crying. Everything reminds me of her.
You see me in a little pillow fort in the corner of
Yeah.
the bedroom or something, just crying in there
You're eating chocolate
with a
and
laptop
crying.
computer.
Yeah. Open up a candy bar and like immediately start crying. Fry something in black oil, immediately start crying. Get blackout drunk.
And
Immediately start crying.
Yeah, you're seeing the pattern here.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, my life is nothing but sadness, escapism, confusion, and terror.
So the same as mine.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
the average American
Average.
experience.
Yeah, really. God. With
I've
Donald
managed
Trump
not-
as president, am I right, boys?
I've somehow managed not to
Guys,
become overweight.
the stars
but I
have
think
become
that's
cannibalistic.
poverty.
What?
The stars have become cannibalistic.
Yeah,
The stars?
yeah.
So
I don't
Lil
think
Wayne
when two
or like
fires-
we're talking-
Doomed cannibal star could soon explode into a supernova so bright it could be visible during the day.
Ooh, that would rule.
Yeah, right.
Okay. How dangerous is that? Because if you can
So
see
it doesn't
that
sound
sounds
like
really...
the news is that the star is a cannibal. The news is that the star that is a well-known cannibal is about to die.
Yes. What's his name? The
But
Ron Perlman.
no, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. The if we just
well-known cannibal.
Was-
yes, extremely yeah.
Actual cannibal.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
apparently, this has been baffling scientists for a while, because it contains a dead star about to erupt from overfeeding on a stellar companion.
Mm-hmm.
The supernova explosion of this cosmic cannibal could be as bright as the moon, making it visible
Christ.
With the naked eye over Earth, even in the broad daylight.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that would be
It's
sick. That's gonna scare
located
the shit out of
around
people.
10,000 light
idiots.
years away from Earth, containing a white dwarf stellar remnant and its victim companion star, which
If it's-
orbit each other roughly twice every Earth day.
I don't know anything about astrology, but like since it is 10,000 light years away, doesn't that mean that we won't see the light from it for 10,000 years?
No, they're saying this happened 10,000 years ago.
Oh, okay.
and
okay.
we're about to start seeing it.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I wonder how
I know
long
that's
it'll
kind of
last.
crazy that when you look at a star through a telescope,
You're
Yeah.
looking into the past.
you're
Yeah.
seeing that star however many light
It's,
years ago.
Yeah.
That's one of
Yeah.
the theories of why we haven't been visited by aliens. The potential theory is they look at Earth, if they have the technology, they look at Earth, and instead of seeing humans,
They see fucking
Dinosaurs,
dinosaurs
yeah.
and chimps and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah, or they see, fucking rocks like what we see when we look at other planets because you can't actually see details on the surface.
There is a theory that Roswell basically is the first like big sighting of like an alien craft that everybody's like, oh, it was real. But that's right after atomic energy was created. So a lot of people think that us detonating a nuclear bomb was like the signal that like went out into space and was like, okay, they saw that. And then they started, and that's why people see UFOs and shit now.
You know what I just thought of that would be like super trippy to see?
What's that?
So like, okay, let's say us or the aliens spot each other's planet, right?
Right.
And now I have the technology to create an engine that'll get me there.
Right.
And I can continue looking at the planet as I'm getting there with my instruments. So if I get in my ship and start going at like,
Half the
half a
speed of
light
light.
year an hour or
Yeah.
some shit, so I'm gonna get there in like 24 hours or something. As I have the fucking planet on my scope and I'm looking at it, as I'm getting closer to it, I will watch it fast forward in time.
Yeah, and like
watch its
rapidly.
continents drift apart and watch it come together. Watch its people discover space travel. And
That's
all
one of
that.
those things where I'm like, I don't know.
Like
I
that'd
don't know
be
if it
so
would work
crazy
that-
to watch.
Yeah, but I
right?
don't know if it would work that way, right?
How would it? Like, because you'd have to like.
Because the
get-
closer you get to something, the less light years away from it you are. Therefore,
right, so
it
you
wouldn't
would see it
change.
fast forward into the current time frame.
I don't know. I'm not smart enough.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
have
trick,
no
though.
idea.
Like, how would that work?
I have no idea.
Because if you could travel, like, at such a speed of light or whatever, at such a speed that, that you could get there in like a conceivable time period, like let's say it takes 2 days, 48 hours, and it's 24 light years away.
it's like taking a long train ride.
So every 2 hours, that's, years that light.
yeah, thousands of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I would just be watching the planet on fast forward for thousands of years.
I mean,
just
we
like
do
watching
have-
ants like consume a corpse on
We do
fast
have
forward.
that UFO Congress like thing now, and the people that went in there did like say that they had non-human biologics
Oh,
that were recovered.
that
like-
doesn't mean anything though, because you know what they didn't say?
What?
Alien.
I know, but they won't say alien because they know that like that means
And also,
something.
Marvel copyrighted the word.
Did they?
Yeah, they
I
won't
could see
say
that. I could so see that being real because it's owned by Disney. It's just
I-
like, yeah, we copyrighted the word alien.
I don't know
At
if that's
no
true, but
point have
zombie,
they
that is a
said
true
that
fact.
a living creature from another planet has used technology to visit our planet.
We've not even
They
so much.
will
as
not say that
We've
because
actually
there
no-
is no proof that it has ever happened.
They said in Congress during the UFO hearing that they have recovered higher being technology, higher intelligence technology from whatever crashed and non-human biologics. And they were like, they asked them a bunch of stuff like, what
so we
is it?
found a Russian spy plane hooked up to a rabbit brain.
Maybe. But
That
they
is
also,
what that could mean.
well, they said in the thing, they were like, okay, so can you like give us more information? They were like, well, we'd be happy to give you behind like a closed door hearing.
See? And like, look,
You
if
know
I
what?
can only see it when you put your cloak up, then it's not there.
Higher thinking technology,
It's
though,
not
or
fucking
higher,
Hold
higher.
on, hold
No,
on,
no,
hold on,
no.
hold on. Just to prove Eric's point just a little bit more, I think in like the 80s, 90s, when like UFO sightings were really big and
Yeah.
like people getting quote unquote like the light,
Abducted
like
stuff.
light would fall on their cars and follow them.
Yeah, and that was
Mhm.
just a fucking
That's just the
helicopter.
Blackhawks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's them
Blackhawks.
testing.
We know
Blackhawks.
that.
Yeah, we know that at this point.
Every fucking 30 years, we're going to debunk every fucking UFO sighting 30 years
Well,
ago.
it's just the thing
We've not
that-
even so much as found bacteria that we can't prove wasn't from Earth.
Yeah, but that thing that like they see over the ocean though, that like goes immediately like from 30,000 feet straight down to the ocean in like 0.3 seconds.
Well, I'll admit that that is a UFO.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I don't know what it is, but it
there's
seems like
0.0% evidence that this unidentified thing came from space.
what do you think? It's a weather phenomenon? That's
I don't
always
know
been
what
my
the fuck
take.
it is. I know that there's no evidence that it's a fucking alien spacecraft
I
No.
think it's,
because there's no evidence of what an alien spacecraft looks like.
I think it's what it always is. It's the capitalists trying to kill us.
Probably. I mean,
It's
probably another
nonsense.
country
It's either
testing stuff.
it's either a fucking glitch, a weather phenomenon,
What do you mean
or
a glitch?
technology no one's willing to tell us about.
What do you mean a glitch?
I mean a glitch, like the
What kind
tech
of
went
glitch?
wrong, like shit appeared on the camera
Like-
because the tech was fucked up.
Like the LED screen that makes up our sky glitched out?
Australia is like there's like 3 habitable. There's like 3 habitable spots in all of Australia.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's
so-
a gigantic
yeah,
desert
Turkey-
with a ring of rain,
Yeah,
like
it's
uninhabitable
insane.
rainforests.
Hey, Turkey's the same way. So what?
Is Turkey the same way?
Yeah, you can only live in like the outer edges of Turkey because like the rest of it's desert. Or
Really? I didn't know that.
Mountains, desert, stuff like that.
So that's why we want to go to war with Turkey. There's probably
Anatolia-
oil in that sand.
I was like, Anatolia.
That's why when that earthquake came around a couple years ago, it fucked them up so majorly.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
one small city is 30% of their economy.
Their entire population.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was multiple. It was a huge ass. You remember? People were literally calling it like God was doing this to us.
Yeah. We
It
have
was one
such
of
a
the
weird.
largest
like, what has
earthquakes in
Turkey
history.
done recently?
Being from
Like,
the United States, we have such a weird
Aside
concept
from a
of how big.
genocide in modern history.
Yeah, you know, besides
the
the
Armenian
besides the
Recently-
Armenian genocide,
why did I know you were gonna pick up the fucking Armenian genocide?
because we love
That
System
was
of
the
a
that's
Down.
modern day Turkey. That's modern day Turkey.
Ottoman Empire did that like the better part of 100 years
And
ago.
who says that they are
And
the
Descendants, the heirs.
Okay,
The Ottoman
so
Empire?
everyone who's descended of everything is responsible for everything their other
Maybe
descendants.
the people
give you a
claiming
hint.
to be, though.
Sure.
If I was still
Okay.
claiming to be
You know, you
the
should-
rightful heir of the Confederacy,
We should do.
You know,
that.
there are
we should
hundreds-
start
maybe,
doing
maybe
that.
I should take
We
on
should
the,
start doing
the,
that.
the weight.
Hundreds of thousands of Northern Europeans were raped and murdered by Scandinavians.
Is that
and what,
why?
I have to be responsible for
If
that
you
now?
if you went around going, I'm a Viking, I'm gonna raid your villages and plow your women, maybe you should bear some of the responsibility of the things.
Why does
that
nobody do
happened.
what he's talking about? Why does nobody be like, I'm the heir of the Confederacy, and when eventually the South rises again, I shall be put back on my rightful place
talking
upon
about?
the throne.
I have some
grandpa-
bad
my
news for you,
grandpa's still
Patrick.
alive.
People
What are you
definitely
talking
do that.
about?
Damn.
People do that
Damn.
all the
I can
time,
go through. I
Patrick.
can go 2 towns over right now. We can talk to people who will
We
tell
live
you
in Mississippi.
that
You knew
exact
that people
thing.
did this,
I
Patrick.
can get
That is a
no. I
normal
have never
thing.
met somebody who was like, I'm descended from. I don't even know who the people's names are. What do they say? The general. What was his name?
Lee?
Yeah, General
Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson. I know. I mean, like.
I mean, someone
I
who was
guess
descended from
now
Burnside.
that I think about it, I think the reason people don't do this is probably because the nobility of the South were like the plantation owners. It was probably, you don't want to go around being like, yeah, I'm descended
people
from the man who
do.
owned 700 slaves.
But people do that. Like, for instance, all the families who own those private plantations,
yes,
who use them for weddings and shit, they absolutely do the whole, we are descended from the righteous and glorious slave owning blah, blah, blah.
I know a
family.
Except
rich-
they phrase it by just saying the last name of the family and skipping the slave owning attachment.
I know a
Unless they're at
60-year-old
certain private parties, but we'll not talk about that.
I know a 60-year-old woman who lives on like a field that she owns, and the street is called Plantation Drive.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I wonder what
This is
used to be
where
out
we
there.
used to drive all the slaves to the plantation.
Oh yeah, out there. That's where we'd whip them. That we still kept that up as a historical site. they keep the cows
Hey,
in there
fun
now,
fact.
but you used to hang the Negro up by his hairs, and
to
you'd
be
have
fair,
to cut off his balls.
I don't generally believe in changing something's name just because something bad happened there or something like that.
I don't
Just
know.
like
Do you guys know that? You remember how like back in the day they'd shoot the sign that what was the dude's name?
Elvis.
Martin Luther King.
Nah, the guy who got lynched.
Oh, Emmett Till.
Emmett Till. That
You didn't even have to finish the sentence.
They used
I
to
was
shoot up
like-
his sign, like his memorial sign and stuff. They made it bulletproof.
Well, like his blood sign, like he's like, doing this.
No.
I don't even
Right?
know what kind of offensive that is. It's not racism.
Be positive.
I'm
Be
trying to
positive.
figure out exactly what it is, but
I-
anyway,
you know,
I'll
I-
figure it out
But
later.
no, like people
They were-
kept shooting up his memorial sign, and then they made it bulletproof.
Legitimately, when you were like, yeah,
More
they kept,
recently.
they kept shooting up his sign. I immediately was like, people like on the street doing fucking crip fingers and the blood symbol, because then when I think of somebody shooting up a sign, that's what I think about. I don't think of
That's
like a
called
literal
throwing
sign.
up your sign.
No,
not
dude, it's
shooting
more
up your
aggressive
sign.
if you shoot it up. You shoot up the fucking blood sign, dude.
You throw up a sign.
I think if you shoot up the blood sign, you're in a gang war.
If you shoot up
Okay.
the blood sign, you're a crip. Like, I mean,
The
like-
yeah.
or a police officer.
How many? Yeah,
Whichever.
but how many of those shootings were gang related? Yeah, exactly.
Well, the victim was black, so all of them now.
yeah. I wonder if
even though the victim
wonder if
was
we'll ever get
killed
any.
100 years ago at the age of 12.
I wonder if we'll ever get any like fair
Jesus.
conversation around mass shootings in America. Will there ever
I
be like a
mean,
legitimate like good faith
what is a-
argument?
What is a fair?
Just good faith. Just like in
I mean,
you know,
people are sad, miserable, and scared, so they lash out with violence.
it's true,
I mean,
and poor because you can get a lot.
That
if you're
being
poor, being
can
violent,
definitely help one become sad, scared.
yeah, 100%.
other
Wouldn't
stuff.
say it's the main reason. Their materialistic needs. One might say
It
material
seems oversimplified.
needs
but
are the reason.
Yeah, the
People are
materialistic
comfortable
needs
or
like
not.
not
bread,
having access
milk,
to
eggs.
basic resources sounds like a little bit better than
Yeah, like the social programs that the
materialistic
liberals are
needs.
into. Will maybe the
But
liberals are
which
right
what they
about
are is
something.
material, right? Bread, water, shelter. That's material. Would you agree?
I would say the people that need it are the material, and it really depends on like if you're selling it or not.
The people.
Yes.
The people. I sell people. I mean,
Yeah.
I sell
materials.
products.
Yeah.
Back
materials.
on
yes.
our old planet.
Biologic materials.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, did you
We-
guys see that the White House was buying
Higher
TikTok?
intelligent.
The White House is buying slaves again? What?
The White House was like apparently buying the TikTok algorithm or some shit like that.
No,
yeah,
there's
they-
a Jewish guy who owns a company that's buying the TikTok buying the TikTok company with the blessing from China via the American government.
How
yeah, because it's so that we
complicated.
can have
So that the-
TikTok in the United States still.
It's so
And
that
have
the
our
Jews,
US propaganda.
It's so that
Correct.
the Jews can own TikTok. That's not even a lie. The guy who's buying it is like from one of those like big Jewish companies that's like everybody that works there is a Jew. One of the big media company things. So it's just like
Heck, a
media
company, I guess.
yeah, it's just another media company that's going to be owned entirely by the Jewish diaspora.
The only media company is not owned by Tencent.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't give a shit if Jews own the media. They
I don't
have
give a
to
shit
own
if Chinese
something.
own the media.
Yeah, but I mean, like somebody has to own it. Some group of
I wish
individuals
the
has to own
Chinese.
it.
Honestly, at this point, I wish the Chinese owned the fucking media.
Chinese
be
media is
just as
always
bad, but
so much
Chinese.
propaganda. It's
Chinese-
always too heavy.
China is not better or worse than us. They're just Chinese.
Nah, they're better. They're,
I would
they
say
are
Have you
better.
seen? Have you seen
Just
their,
as bad
I don't
as
know.
we
Have you
are.
seen their technology these days?
They are better.
They are living in the future.
Yeah, they are better than
They're
us.
absolutely.
He
living in the
says,
future.
having seen one example from some nice, well-to-do city, whereas
Nah.
90% of the population is eating farts
I was
out
gonna
of a
say,
pig's ass.
have you seen their rice fields? They are living in the good old days. Those people over there, they're living on
Like
Plantation
the good
Drive.
old days back when
Yeah,
you
they're-
had slaves
Exactly,
that were legal.
exactly.
They just call them
Mara.
Uyghurs.
Yes, yeah, the Uyghurs.
And then by having the Uyghurs be the slave class, they can trick the other people who are just as poor and destitute into thinking that they're not the bottom layer of society.
That's inaccurate. They don't enslave the Uyghurs. They just ingel them and do an ethnical,
A genocide.
cultural cleanse.
Yeah, cultural cleansing.
That is
that's
not
right.
true. They also make them make stuff at factories for them constantly. And the ones who don't play ball, they go to the external.
Well, hey, hold on. All Uyghurs play ball. That's part of their
Yeah,
whole.
you know about the Uyghur baseball team?
Well, they moved away from basketball a couple of years
Oh, yeah,
ago. but
China's really good at basketball.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
that sort of thing.
But
well,
yes.
well, the Uyghurs, they thought they'd be good at basketball because they adopted the culture, but apparently there was something about the people they were copying that didn't translate over.
Yeah, it's something about like a muscle thing or something.
Yeah, something about fast twitch muscles are just better.
And it's so weird how many of them are juggalos. Like,
Speaking of,
Yeah, Uyghurs and juggalos.
They
man,
go
it's
like
almost all
hand
the
in
same,
hand.
yeah.
speaking of, K-pop
China has a
demon-
real problem with juggalo Uyghurs.
Look, dude, if we had a juggalo Uyghur problem in America, I don't mind putting them in camps. Like those are
to
probably
be fair,
the worst.
me in high school and college would have been fine putting
See,
the
absolutely.
juggalo Uyghurs in camps.
I'm related to a few of them, and I'm still fine putting them in camps. That's where they need to be. All right,
Yeah,
like what are you
being
gonna
a
do?
juggalo Uyghur is more of a choice than
Yes.
it is anything else.
You can't
Like,
work at the Waffle House.
No
you
one's
know?
born a juggalo and a Uyghur. Like-
No, you can't be born a juggalo or a Uyghur, but you are not both at the same time. Absolutely not.
I'm not even entirely sure you can be born a juggalo, but
You can
know.
definitely be born a juggalo.
You could be
know
born two
for-
juggalos.
I was going to say, for a fact there are two juggalos out there who are in that face paint every single day.
Yeah,
And
they fuck with the face paint on.
Yes, the moment that baby came out, they were like, all right, give him the christening.
You know, that's like a phrase that they say. Is,
What's that?
We fuck with the face paint on.
We fuck with the face paint on?
Yeah.
I like that. It's like
Yeah,
very
that's-
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator type of thing.
Yeah, definitely not white trash clowns, but sure.
Well, I mean, they're Uyghurs. It goes without saying that they're white trash clowns.
You did get set up for that one.
Yeah. Yes, Will. Thank you. Just
Damn.
yes, Will. Just sit over there and
Will
agree
killed
with me
on
on
that
everything.
one. He did.
Thank you.
Yep.
K-pop Demon Hunters,
Watched it.
Heard good things.
first Netflix film to pass 300 million
$300 million or watch
views.
views. I
I
can't
mean-
blame them. That movie is very broad appeal.
So 300 million views. Imagine that with movie tickets. That's like 10 times that.
I thought you
That's
said
good.
booby tickets.
Booby tickets. Hell yeah, dude. That's my kind of. Hell
K-pop
yeah.
demon and booby tickets.
You know what?
Hey,
Will
just
gets one girlfriend.
Type
who's just
in Rule
thinking about tits.
34 and then type in
Man,
K-pop
look,
Demon
how,
Hunters.
How
and
can
there
I
you
not
go.
be?
Yeah, I
See what I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Go down there and
Was
you know.
was he just showing off a hickey? Is that what he just tried to do?
Yeah, and I was going to tell Kira to come
Is that-
in here
is
and
that
show
what- is that
hers
what he
off
just did?
too.
Ah. Well, let me show you my hickey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
See, that's where a married man gets his hickeys.
just
Patrick wouldn't
pull
know
up-
nothing about this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Maybe from other men, but
Yeah, I was
definitely
gonna
not
say his
personally.
is
Yeah.
covered in beard stubble.
I was going to say mine's covered in CBD beard oil. But yeah.
CBD beard oil.
Yeah, I mean the Uyghurs are so into it.
CBD.
They love it, dude. There's nothing that
Hold
the
on.
Uyghurs love more.
Full stop. Why would you put CBD in hair oil of any kind?
Why do they sell it at the fucking?
Why is it in water bottles?
Why is it in the grocery store right down
in
the road?
water bottles, that's fine. You consume it to get the effects. That makes sense. Why would you put it in your hair?
So that it
Why
looks
is it in
good.
lip balm?
Yeah, so it looks good.
Even in lip balm, it could at least get absorbed through the skin. But like hair, it's just like, what does the CBD add to the fucking oil?
It's for giving blowjobs. Like the beard hair rubs up against your balls. You know, your balls have that
and
thin
then
skin.
you absorb the CBD
Yes.
through the testicles.
Exactly. Which
So,
can
in other
only be
words,
healthy for you. By the
According
way.
to Patrick, that
Yes.
means anyone and everyone who uses any CBD beard oil is for sucking dick.
That is exactly what it's for. Yes,
Just be
including
clear.
my father and like 3 other members of my family.
It's so funny because I know your father definitely uses any and all weed
By the
products.
way-
He's got the damn pass, doesn't he? He's got
Yes,
the,
yeah.
He's got the card now.
Yeah, he's got the N-word pass.
Did you guys?
Why? I don't know. What does that got to do with the?
He's invited to the barbecue.
Yes.
Did you guys see that we are facing a farming crisis at the moment?
I don't doubt it.
So
Start growing your own
China-
shit, guys.
China has legit stopped buying any and all soy product from us.
Ooh, they figured it out. They figured out that we were making people into trans.
So good thing for the American consumer.
Soy boys are going to be on the
soy,
rise.
Exactly.
Soy milk and
Soy
a couple
males.
other products are going to be a lot cheaper now.
Ooh, okay.
That's
But-
kind of awesome, but I don't buy
The
any
bad
pure
thing
soy
is-
products.
The bad thing is you buy milk, don't you?
I buy
Soy milk?
real milk.
So you don't buy soy milk? Judging by the way you look,
Well,
just in
I just
general.
showed you my penis, and given that it wasn't a vagina, yes,
No, but
I
it
do
is
not drink
effeminate.
soy milk.
It was an effeminate penis.
That's just because I quaff it, but that's besides the point.
Okay. Does the beard oil have anything to do with that?
Well, I mean, the type I use isn't labeled beard oil, but yes.
Okay.
So farmers are now facing a crisis of like a lot of them are like going bankrupt or are on the path to going bankrupt.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
even surprised.
That's what happens when people stop buying your product.
Also, the fact that like the big shakeup with I don't even know what to say on this. The thing about like deporting Mexicans and then being like, okay, but maybe deport all the ones that are bad first, and then it's like, okay,
Yeah, I
well,
got
you're
it.
not-
I solved the immigration crisis. Deport the bad ones, keep the good ones.
Yeah, it's such like a
Done.
that's such a nothing. And then he's like, okay, well, we'll just get rid of all of them. And then he goes, okay, well, we'll get all of them that aren't working on a farm. Oh shit, let's just get rid of all of them that aren't working a job. And then it's like, okay, well, what are Mexican people known for? Like, what is the one,
Working
what is the
5
one
jobs?
thing? Yeah, what is the
Well,
one
and
thing
that's the
they're all
problem is
known
also
for?
is they've raided a lot of these farms and like
They raided the fucking Toyota plant.
oh dude that's
They're
a
the
whole
South
nother,
Koreans?
that's a whole nother thing.
I know,
Let
but
me get to
that
that in
one-
just a second. We raided all these farms and now farmers are like we got nobody.
Yeah, we have
working
no
for us.
workers. Like, what the fuck are
and
you
then
doing?
That Korean thing's even wilder because like that only they go in there and like raid it. They shoved assault rifles in those like poor people's faces. Even the people with visas.
I know.
Like they
I
didn't
know.
even check it. And so now Korea's pretty mad at us.
And yeah, they sent a
And-
plane
and
over
Wait,
here
Trump-
to.
did we deport a bunch of Koreans?
Yeah,
Yes.
and then Trump was like,
To be fair,
I
Will.
think we now should get some foreign workers back to train Americans.
I want to
on,
see mass deportations of like French and Swedes and stuff like that.
Hold on. So what happened,
It's
Eric,
like
was
ICE just shows up to like a fucking loot fest festival or something.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just starts deporting all the Scandinavians.
What
and
happened
Germans
was they
and
showed up to the
Dutch
Toyota
people.
plant or whatever. They showed up to the South Korean plant, and then they arrested everybody with fucking fully automatic weapons. And then their plan was to deport them, but so many of them actually had green cards and visas that it wasn't worth it to deport them because they were legally here. So in response, South Korea said, okay, well, you've already fucked up. We're sending a plane over there to pick up any of them that want to leave.
Yep.
And then they did. And you know how many of them fucking left?
Pretty much all of them.
Most of them.
And then Donald Trump got on after that, went, we should keep, foreigners should come to train Americans.
The highlight of that was the headline that I saw was Donald Trump floats idea of foreign intelligence.
Did you see?
Foreign intelligence sharing or something. And I was like, I'm so glad that our sitting president is intelligent enough to squint's eyes make 81B visas again.
Wait,
reinvent
did you
81Bs.
Did you see how much those are costing now?
They're a lot, aren't they?
$100,000 per license for
I know.
everything.
Well, his idea of like the gold card is basically
What in God's name would be the profitability of doing that for any person?
I don't know.
to
but
work in America
hey,
as
that's
a
That's
genealogist.
that genius capitalism from the man who bankrupted 7 casinos, baby.
It's just so weird. It's so weird. I love his politics is destroy something and then be like, you know what? I've got an idea. We'll do exactly what we were doing. I'm going to give it a new name and it's going to be my idea, but we're going back to the old ways. But that's okay. And then everybody starves to death because there's not enough Uyghurs to work on the farms. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Truly.
Need more Uyghurs.
God damn. I want to go
We
hang
need to
out
get
with
them out of China and save them.
That's
by
what
putting
we
them
should
on
do.
Our farms.
That's what we should do. I mean, they're from
And
here
our
anyways, right?
factories.
They're originally from here, so we could just get them back.
And then Americans can complain that the Uyghurs took all their jobs.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of
That
China,
they won't do and won't
China's
apply
becoming
for.
number 1 in green energy.
Okay, I don't doubt that. They built that giant fucking skyscraper that processes CO2.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, it's like a 150-story building that takes in what is it called? The fog that's over China. Smog. It takes in
yep.
smog and then outputs clean air on the other end.
Whoa.
They did that
That's
like
awesome.
They did that like 6-7 years ago. I don't know
Yeah,
if they
that
ever
sounds like a lot of Chinese tech where it's all advertised like that and like it shows how it all works.
Yeah, I wonder.
And then you like send someone over there to do it and like everything's broken.
yeah,
and
it doesn't work. Yeah, because it's a communist country.
Like they're
I
fucking,
don't know if it
like have you seen their
actually-
dams?
Yes, much like the nothing we Americans do to stop pollution.
Yeah, we don't do anything. But I'm just
yeah,
saying,
but
like,
at least we're honest about it.
We're
At least
not
we
though.
didn't spend
We're
like,
not though. We're not honest at all. American companies paid scientists billions, if not billions, of dollars
to pretend that plastic
to
was
pretend that
recyclable.
pollution didn't even exist.
No, I love that they the companies kept making cheaper and cheaper
Since the
containers for their
40s.
shit.
It is
made
called
out of, like the cheapest and cheapest plastics they
So
could
even
find.
if it's not the
And then when it started piling up in landfills, they were just like,
So-
clearly this is the people's fault, and you should be recycling these borderline worthless materials.
even if they're not even if it's not as amazing as they put it out to be, at least it's something. At least
okay,
they're
so
doing
here
something.
here is what it is. They did
right, so you're
make
saying
it.
America is the best because at least we're doing something.
Of course, that's
Whereas
yeah.
China is absolute dog shit. Thank you. Jeez. Took
So
forever to get it out of him.
It's called the smog-free tower. It's the world's first smog vacuum cleaner. It filters polluted air to create clean air parks. Captured particles are transformed into smog-free rings, each symbolizing 1,000 meters cubed of clean air.
I'm
so
sorry.
they look like this. It's not like they said they were going to make it way bigger, but it looks like they made a bunch of small ones and put them all over the place instead, which is probably a better idea.
That
realistically.
rings very highly of horse shit. I would be surprised if that thing does 10% of what they say it does.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad.
Let
It's
me
just
be
smog.
clear.
It's just a
Let-
filter, right?
wait. Before Will makes his comment, if the United States came out with the same thing and said it did the same thing, I would probably have the same opinion.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, let me be clear. Because that doesn't sound like a realistic thing you can actually do.
Does it not?
2, it doesn't sound like something that the government would bother paying for an efficient means of doing.
Wait, okay, 2 points.
China has a big
2
issue.
points. Why do you not think it's a realistic thing? Like, why do you not think it sounds realistic?
Yeah, why can't
2, why do you not think the government would be invested in making it to where their air is fucking breathable?
Yeah, because like the politicians live in that place too.
Okay.
They don't want to be breathing in smog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're gonna get
So, like,
Lorax
your 2
style shit
points-
there, where the rich people are just gonna buy clean air and then say fuck it to the poor people.
But why,
Okay,
why would
so-
they want to do that?
That would be incredibly logistically difficult for it to actually have any real impact whatsoever to like suck in and get enough of the actual toxins like out of the air. And like, because I feel like after a machine like that, like let's say it runs like really efficiently and actually kind of does a good job, right?
Right.
And it just sucks in the air right around it, right? So I'm assuming it also blows out the clean air right around it, right?
Well, I don't
So
know.
eventually you would just have a fucking like circular system of it cleaning and blowing out the same air over and over and over again and wouldn't have an overarching thing. And yes, you could probably mitigate that effect, but I just feel like these things would run down on efficiency super quick.
They do it in a very weird way. It emits positive ions into the air where smog microparticles are attacked and then sucked into the negative ions that are being produced by the tower itself.
This sounds a lot like those cleaning fans that were all on the fucking commercials.
But that sounds like it could actually
I just
work.
want to point out, in 2007, no one thought the iPhone would be possible.
I don't know. This makes sense.
Like
to me.
technology advances.
I'm not going to be
technology
upset
advances.
if I'm wrong. I'm just thinking large-scale government cleanup projects like this, whether it's oil, air, or what have
Well,
you,
here,
are
I know
almost always like
They'll only put it where rich people
disingenuous
live.
I know
at,
it's hard
like-
to believe the government might actually care for their citizens, but that, the funny thing about communism is that the thing in the book says, hey,
They
maybe you should
famously care for their
about
people.
your people.
but they don't.
That's true.
They're cleaning the
historically.
smog. They're helping
They're
people rise from
saying
poverty.
that they're cleaning the smog. The communist governments say they do a lot of things, and their people are dying on the streets. Now,
People are-
I'm not saying, look, just because the other guy is also killing his children doesn't make it okay to kill yours. Your excuse for the bad shit that communist countries do is, but America, fuck that. Doesn't make them doing it okay.
Okay, well, prove that they're doing. Where the fuck are they doing it? What do you mean? Where are they just killing? You're just saying they're doing things, but where's your proof?
Where's the proof that it works?
Well, there's a
Right there,
patent.
the article. Just reading it.
I was gonna say there's
God, let me get on fucking
I'm
what's
sorry,
it called?
the world doesn't exist outside. Like the world, there's more world than just what I
Dude,
can see.
I can find a
in
whole
front
bunch
of
of
me.
articles that say all sorts of horse shit.
But this is a pretty
Okay.
simple.
You can't just live your
thing.
whole life going, no, it's not possible, and it's just I refuse
I
to
can
believe.
now. In 2025,
It's-
I absolutely can, and I would be the smartest person in the room for not believing anything any of the articles say because God, fuck them. Like, who doesn't have a good reason to lie to me? Like, who does not have a good reason to lie to me? One, like, of course the Chinese government has a lot of fucking good reasons to lie to me. They want to look good. Of course, the US government has a lot of good reasons to say that the Chinese government can't do anything right because they want them to look bad. Okay? I'm not trusting either fucking person here. And of course I know that the US government fucks shit up all the time. I fucking live here. I know they fuck shit up.
No, it
I
works.
just assume that people in other countries are also just as fucked up as we are. I don't think that they're as fucked up as our propaganda says they are. But if they come up with some propaganda that says that our assholes don't smell bad, I'm just like, yeah, that's probably a lie.
All right,
At the very
so-
least, their asshole doesn't smell bad right now because they just rub cinnamon paste on it.
Okay, so a few
Like
things
in
that prove
5
that it
minutes,
works.
it's going to smell like farts and ass again.
A few things that prove that it works. First off, it's not made by the Chinese government. It was made by a guy called Rosenberg.
It's not
And then
proof, but okay.
and then they purchased it from him and then put them in places, which you can definitely see there is no smog in. They usually put it in parks and, communal areas. Also, on top of that, it was purchased by several other nations, such as the United Arab Emirates, who are also getting the exact same thing
I
out
believe
of it.
India has also made purchases.
So
of
it does work. There's even one in Amsterdam. I mean, like, they can't all be lying. Like, it obviously has to do something. Otherwise, like, it's not like the Chinese government lying about it. If anything, they would only be lying about the fact that they bought them. But they're there, and they're just they're just there.
They're working.
China was the first one to get them because they were at the World Economic Forum.
We do
daily in
stupid shit
China.
that barely makes any difference for hundreds of years at a time before we realize that we were either A, just stupid and wrong about it, or B, being
just convinced.
viciously
There's-
lied to.
You're
just convinced?
China could come and like just give you $100. And you'd be like, this is fucking $10. I just fuck you.
I don't know.
You
It makes
piece of
sense.
shit.
It's just you use positively charged ions to get something, and then basically take the smog in and then magnetize it, and then it stays in there, and then you change out the filters.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it makes
sounds
sense.
really easy.
It's not
it
like
makes
super
sense.
big.
Well, why
so-
isn't everybody doing that?
Because not everywhere has smog.
And also, not everywhere. Like, well, first, let's just be honest. Let's just knock out the gorilla in the room. Why isn't America doing that? Because our fossil fuel industry tech billionaires have all decided that fuck us. We don't need to do that because we make more money.
Well, remember,
using
in
fossil
America,
fuels.
coal is clean.
Yes,
exactly.
of course.
We make-
American coal is actually
our
American coal
elitist-
burns with no emissions.
Our
Yes.
bourgeois class makes all their money off fossil fuels. That's why we don't have it in America.
interesting thing about American coal. Actually, it's translucent.
I
when
feel
you
like
pull
they'd
it out
have
of the
a better
ground,
arguing point
see right
if
through
they
it.
actively cleaned up the refuse left behind by the things that we're using.
You see, that would cost them money. Though.
it seems like the biggest
Cost
issue
the other guys money.
is if you get one of the big
It
ones,
didn't
it's
cost
$2
China
million.
money. It was free for them.
It's $125,000 to build the small ones. So if I had to guess, the reason that other places aren't using it is probably because of the cost.
That's not the point. It cost the other guys money, but see, that just made them weaker to an American capitalist. An American capitalist, that would cost them money. That'd make them weaker. Can't do that.
Is the Rosenberg guy who made this thing? What do you think? What is Rosenberg? As like
It's a
as
Jewish
name?
last
What do you
name.
mean?
If that's
You're
what
right. I
asking.
think that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Why do you?
Could it possibly-
Care? Why do you care?
because I'm starting to go over to Eric's side. If it was made by a Jew,
And then
that's-
sold to the Chinese.
and it was sold to the Chinese. Come on,
And you got
we all know how
I
both of
thought
those
you
groups
just
feel
got
about the
done
Uyghurs. We
Yeah, you're
both
right.
know.
Yeah, you're right.
Famously,
I thought you just got done saying.
have you ever? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever met a Jew that liked Uyghurs? Fine. Have you ever met any?
I legitimately don't think I've ever met a Jew. Actually, in my life.
I've met two.
God, I've got to get a Jew on the podcast.
I'm
I know a
technic-
few.
I'm
I could
technically
bring him in here.
related to one, but
I could get one. I could bring one in here just to like have them explain to you how
Oh, I could,
the
like- I could-
protocols
I
of
could
the
be like,
elders of
oh.
Zion.
A real one.
if I'd never been told the two people I knew were Jewish, I'd have never known they were Jewish.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta pull up the ad read for this episode.
No, don't fucking read that again.
No. That's the last episode's. I've got. There's a new one on my phone. I gotta pull it up. Hold on.
Of course. Give him a second here.
Yeah.
Let-
Give me
let
a
him
second
get
to pull
in
it
there.
up. So hold on.
Patrick, fast forward through this part.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
make it like the farting throwing up sound. It's like the new Wilhelm scream. Everyone loves that.
Yeah, I was watching a new movie, the Naked Gun. At one point in the Naked Gun, they just used the Wilhelm scream, like obviously on purpose, but it's like so quiet and like in the distance that it was like very endearing instead of annoying. Like, it
I've
was
seen
just-
a couple of clips from that, and that actually looks
dude.
really
After this,
good.
after we're done recording this, we should watch it. That's the funniest movie I've seen in like a decade and a half.
I really want to, but I
Go
will have
get
stuff
Nikki,
to do.
bring her over here. We'll watch the Naked Gun. Let me see. Okay.
It's very tempting.
Shit, get out of the way. All right, translated from the Russian by Victor Marsden, the Protocols of Elders of Zion supposedly outlines a plan of action by leaders of the Jewish nation to rule the world, to take control over key organizations, including assets, in order to manipulate world affairs in their favor. Some say the issue has already been settled conclusively, and that is clearly a forgery. Although there may be final evidence to this effect, we have not seen a clear and convincing version of it produced by those making the claim. Others maintain that it was and is absolutely genuine, proven by the fact that all copies of the Protocols of the Elders of Zion were destroyed in Russia in the early 1900s by the Kerensky regime. In the following years, anyone caught with a copy could be, and sometimes were, shot on sight. It was law that the protocols were taken seriously by the Russians and by people of America like the famed industrialist Henry Ford. You can go on mahoganybooks.com and order your copy of the Protocols of the Elder of Zion, which German publisher said stop selling books. The New York Post said, but right now the books are still for sale. The book is
What
considered.
are these comments?
Translated by Victor Marsden, this book is considered extremist propaganda, and certain groups are making repeated attempts to ban it in Germany and America. Like I said, mahoganybooks.com and purchase your copy now. And if you use our code AnythingCast20, you get 20% off your
What are you
first
fucking
order
reading?
of the Protocols of the Elders of Zion paperback from 1999 that for $25 value.
Oh,
So for 20% off,
stop reading
you
this. Oh
get,
my god,
you
this
get
is so
$5
long.
off,
Holy shit!
and it's only
Stop.
$20.
Stop! Just stop!
Stop!
God damn! Stop
Sorry,
reading.
sorry.
Jesus Christ!
And again,
You're gonna
anything
let people
cast,
know our plan.
anything
so
cast at
raw.
checkout
This is so
for
fucking
$20
long.
for your first
Good
copy.
God, this is the
No,
longest
that's
ad
done.
read.
I got the coupon. I had to do the
Jesus
code.
Christ!
I had to read it.
Read that instead.
What is this?
Fucking Jesus!
Good lord.
Wearing a MAGA hat to my local coffee shop so that the tatted baddie barista can spit in my coffee for free. Yeah, that rules. Yeah, that's actually how I met Kira at IHOP. Same
fair
exact
enough.
thing.
Yeah, except you were wearing a bush hat.
Yeah.
He had a Bush Cheney hat on. He was just like,
All right, so since
"Yeehaw."
we've gotten the ad out of the way, we can finish the episode.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys for listening to Anything Cast. I'm Patrick,
I love you.
the #1 Uyghers podcast.
Patrick.